unemployment benefits are set to expire. And we are officially into the first month of this groundbreaking administration. President Biden set on accomplishing a list of things within his first 100 days. And as the days tick away, Democratic strategist, host of WokeAF and Democracy-ish podcast, Danielle Moodie joins us live to discuss President Biden's first month in office. Good morning. Happy Monday.
Good morning and happy Monday to you.
So, of course, this weekend on the 20th marked 1 month of the Biden-Harris administration. How are they looking so far? I mean, if you had to give the administration a grade, what would that grade be?
I think that right now I would give them a solid B plus, right? I think that this administration came into a midst of a disaster. We have an economic crisis. We have the COVID-19 pandemic. We've had now the storms in Texas. There is so much that is happening right now within the first month of their administration, but Joe Biden hit the ground running. From the moment that he got into office, we saw executive orders fly out. We saw a rollback of the Muslim ban. We saw us rejoining the Paris Climate Accord. There's so much that they are prepared to do. We saw a 200-page COVID relief package, right? After a year, almost a year of no action whatsoever from the previous administration. So I give them a B plus, not because I don't think that they're doing an incredible job, but because they came in with so much on their plate.
B plus, and it seems as A for effort, huh?
Yes,
And
exactly.
moving on to my next question, what has been done with this administration thus far? I mean, do you think that they're keeping their word on some of the things that they promised, especially to Black America?
I think that they are keeping their word. Like, we have to understand that we are but 1 month in, 30 days into this administration, and there is so much that needs to be done. And so right now, I think that the $1.9 trillion package that we are looking at in COVID relief is going to be providing relief to the African American community, to the Black community that has been most hit by the COVID-19 pandemic. Not only are we looking at jobless rate that is triple that of white Americans, we're also looking at loss of life, loss of years of life expectancy in the Black community. And so we have to roll out the vaccine. We have to roll out relief. We're looking right now at the possibility of increasing the minimum wage to $15, right? We know that it stands to have a huge fight even within the Democratic Party between some of the more conservative members, but that would provide a living wage to Black people. And that's something that I think is incredibly important.
And since the beginning of the Biden-Harris administration, they've had, of course, a lot of criticism within the administration, just from people who have had on their board. What would you have to say about everything that they have received within the first month?
I mean, I think that first month, they are doing everything that they need to do. We've seen compassion return to the White House. We have seen, when we just passed Valentine's Day, and we see on the lawn of the White House to be kind, to care, to have compassion. Those are things that you think, you don't think too much about, but you realize when you're missing them, that there's no leadership from the top, that people really do need someone to follow. And I think that the Biden-Harris team is laying that out for the American public, restoring our faith, restoring our hope. And so I think that these things are important on top of the policies that they are rolling out, on top of the relief that the American people need. We also need leadership. We need kindness and compassion back. And I believe that they are doing that. And 30 days in, I mean, it's going to take a lot to erase what the Trump administration has done, the cruelty that they have allowed to take hold in this country. But I believe that this Biden-Harris team, as we keep marching on, Trump will become a distant memory.
And of course, speaking about Trump, clearly we cannot undo what the former president has done overnight. But what are some things you say still need to be done, still need some work?
I mean, I'm hoping that we will see the creation of Merrick Garland this week, right? And so I'm hoping that we will see restoring of faith in our Department of Justice. And even though Donald Trump was not held accountable by the Senate for the insurrection, I do think that the Department of Justice is going to be taking up an investigation into Trump. And so we need to see more transparency with the Biden-Harris administration. We have now been back to daily White House briefings, which I think is incredibly important. And that is restoring faith in the American people. And so it's one step at a time. But I think as these confirmation hearings come in, as their full cabinet gets to work, we're going to see more and more of the distance between the Trump administration and the Biden-Harris team.
Danielle Moodie, Democratic strategist. Don't go anywhere. We're going to have more topics to talk about. We're going to get to some quick updates right here. Stay with us.